cold. I guess everybody's out having tipping a pint for me. Everybody gonna tip a green pint for me today, or how am I gonna get drunk if nobody tips a green pint for me?
I'll tip a pint, but it won't be green.
Okay. This will be out in the kitchen afterwards.
Well, you can just pass it around and see how far it gets.
Oh, we can do that, you know? We can do that. We can do that.
It's always on that
Yeah, to St. Patty's Communion. Okay. Yeah. I'll never get them back. Never get them back. Next Sunday is Palm Sunday, if you're Catholic or near it. Oh, yeah. Ours will be Palm Sunday. And Easter will be the 31st. And, of course, we do something cool on Easter every year.
We're not drumming, though.
No, we're not drumming. We're not drumming.
We can't be our plans have changed. Yeah, if you want to.
We just passed it over. Drumming Circle is this Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay, Drumming Circle. Mind Shifters on Wednesday. And Lotus Group on Friday. Anything else going on that's not on the calendar?
Celebration of life.
That's every day.
Every day.
Every day. Every day. The Northwest Healing Spirit Expo, we have more little coupons for people to, well, not coupons, little hand flyers for people to hand out. So grab a bunch as you leave, April 13th and 14th. And we are just about we're in like really good shape. But we do need more volunteers. We need more volunteers to, do things. And are we passing it? No,
I have some right here.
ah, there you go.
I'll pass these out for you.
And this is our annual outreach for the church. It's not designed to make any money. Obviously, none of us get paid to do anything here anyway. So for 16 years we've been doing this. But it is a fundraiser for the church in the sense that it.
Hey, Phil?
Yes.
No one's listening.
Huh?
No way.
Oh, I can tell that. Yeah.
You put candy in the audience, you got a problem.
Never mind. I'll just sit down, drink my coffee. Anyway, I want some candy.
You have everybody's attention?
Nope.
Eyes forward. Okay.
That help?
Rowdy group today.
What we have here is we have the sign-up sheet. We are still really needing some volunteers to help both in the healing reading and also for setup, takedown. There's a lot of things that are going on during the expo that we need volunteers help with. So we're going to pass around the sign-up sheets again and see if we can collect some more names. Also, we are now accepting donations for the silent auction. So we'd like to kind of keep it in like, the spiritual kind of theme, but, we can always work with whatever you bring in to put in, make baskets with or, make bundles with. So anything you can bring in would be appreciated. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pass these around.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I say one little thing on that? At the top it says readers, healers, and the other one says expo volunteers. Just sign in. Somebody will contact you with
Yeah.
what you
Figure out what you want to do.
Don't make it easy. Make it easy.
A rat is able to live longer without water than a camel. There you go. Oh, don't ask me about this stuff. Moths aren't really attracted to light. They're attracted to the black spot behind it.
Really?
I don't know.
I haven't watched any moths lately.
I don't know. A dot above the letter I is called a tittle. Tittle-A? Yeah, T-I-T-T-L-A. I don't know. A lightning bolt is up to 4 times as hot as the sun. Romans invented the first popsicle. There you go. That's some good information. We do have a couple of patron saints, though, George Carlin and John Lennon. Rest their souls. The Golden Gate Bridge should have a bungee cord for people who aren't quite ready to commit suicide, but want to get a little practice.
George?
That's George. Yes, this is George. This is George. Thank you for that. I think I am, therefore I am, I think. Well, these are both George. What happened to John? There's John. I lost him for a minute.
Oh, poor.
And John, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, then the world will be at peace. Absolutely. Oh, next Saturday, March 23rd. That's next Saturday, right? Yeah, next Saturday. From 8:30 until 9:30 is Earth Hour. Well, actually, it's Earth Month, but Earth Hour is next Saturday. So there is a flashlight hike on Chamna Nature Preserve. There, the cable bridge is dimming their lights, actually turning them off, I think, or dimming them or something. All kinds of stuff going on. Yeah. And actually, we were thinking about doing maybe a candlelight prayer out on the labyrinth. Do you want to do that, Jan, or a candlelight prayer on the labyrinth next Saturday night?
Earth hour.
I guess. 8:30.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. All right, this should get you. An elderly couple, Pauline and Frank, were recently attending a church service at their retirement village. About halfway through the service, Pauline took a pen and paper out of her purse and wrote a note and handed it to Frank. The note said, "I just let out a silent heart. What do you think I should do?" Frank scribbled back, "Put a new battery in your hearing aid." See, you got that one. Everybody get that one. Things that make you go, Adversity, no, I did that one. I'll do it again. Adversity introduces a man to himself or herself. A cathedral, a wave of a storm, a dancer's leap never turn out to be as high as we had hoped. When the well's dry, we know the worth of water. Benjamin Franklin.
Amen.
no, Amen.
No, let's hope not. Okay. Helen Keller was a founding member of the American Civil Liberties Union, the ACLU. Imagine that. Imagine that. I didn't know that. Imagine I didn't know something. That's amazing. A nursery rhyme, The Merry Tales of the Madmen of Gotham, published in the middle of the 16th century, described a legendary village in England whose inhabitants were notorious for their foolishness. Seems to be a recognized source of the name Gotham. It was applied to New York by Washington Irving in 1807 and the humorous periodical Salamagundi, which is also the name of the mixed dish of chopped meat and pickled herring with oil, vinegar, pepper, and onions, and therefore a potpourri. The word Gotham today as we know it means a village or a city where they have a mixed population. Or a bunch of fools, I don't know. More Christian one-liners. Peace starts with a smile. Be ye fishers of men, you catch them, he'll clean them. Coincidence is when God chooses to remain anonymous. Don't put a question mark where God put a period. And we should have done this last year, but oh well. Actually, I started this last year, about 4 months ago, and I'm just finishing it up, so oh well. In 2012, December has 5 Fridays, 5 Saturdays, and 5 Sundays. Apparently only happens once every 823 years. This is called money bags. I don't know. Okay. Let us pray. Give me a sense of humor, Lord. Give me the grace to see a joke, to get some humor out of it, and pass it along to other folk. A man was sitting reading his papers when his wife hit him around the head with a frying pan. "What was that for?" the man asked. The wife replied, "That was for the piece of paper with the name Jenny on it that I found in your pants pocket." The man then said, "When I was at the races last week, Jenny was the name of the horse I bet on." The wife apologized and went on with her housework. 3 days later, the man is watching TV when his wife bashes him on the head with an even bigger frying pan and knocking him unconscious. Upon regaining consciousness, the man asked, "What was that for?" The wife replied, "Your horse phoned." Oops. Some of you have been here for quite some time, others are new or relatively new, and you're always kind of wondering, like, what are these guys doing? I don't get it. Well, Janice and I were raised pretty conservative Christians. You know, I was baptized when I was just a little bit over 2. First thing I remember in my entire life. I still remember it vividly. Of course, I actually was talking to a priest over at St. Joseph's a number of years ago, and he was older than I was, and I told him that I remembered this, and he goes, "Oh, you can't remember anything that young." And I says, "Oh, really?" I said, "It was over Our Lady of the Lake over in Seattle." And he goes, "Well, I know that original church." And I says, "Okay." And I vividly described the place that they did the baptisms. And he's, "Well, I guess you do remember." Because they tore the church down 6 months after that. Wow. And so, yeah, so interesting. But anyway, so if you look at Christianity and not, you have Christianity that's, really conservative Christians would be way over here on your right-hand side. And then people that believe that there is probably nothing out there and everything's about them are way over here. And we're kind of in here, and we go over here a little bit, and we go over here a little bit. But more importantly, we kind of grab a lot of both and just put it out here for you to take a look at. So, because both of those extremes would be difficult to live with. Everything in my life, God has a hold of. He's got control over everything. And oh, gee, what happens if something goes wrong? Well, I can't blame God. And then over here, I've got all the control of my life, and everything's going fine. And then when something doesn't go right, I have to blame myself, don't I? So...
No, that's what a neighbor's for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. So in the middle is kind of a better place for us to be anyway. And again, we just kind of throw it out to y'all, and you grab what you want. And if this works a little bit better for you, great. If this works a little bit better for you, great. Some services were way over here, and some services were much more over here. In fact, our second service, of course, is way over here. Not all the way, but, somewhere in here. Anywho, let's sing a song. And this song is our unofficial theme song for the church. And it really, really does have a lot of meaning about walking in balance.